What's going on, team? Let's talk SoFi. SoFi is killing it right now. I mean, SoFi stock is literally exploding in the stock market right now. But one of the big questions that we're going to be answering in this question is how high can SoFi stock really go during this rally? And is it too late to get in, or it still is early to get in? And so before I get into that, I just want to literally jump right in and kind of talk about what the catalysts that we're going to be analyzing in this video, and especially some of the very important thing is the technicals, what the stock is actually showing us and where we think we are and where we might go. And so let me just jump right into it. What you can see on my screen, this is something that I'm sure most of you already know. I'm just kind of going to say it real quick. SoFi stock soared after clearing final regulatory hurdles to become a bank. It literally became officially a bank. And as we know, fintech, it's like the future. It's like the banking system, the financial system, all at the tip of your fingers. And the way we're going with this metaverse thing and everything turning literally online, fintech, SoFi is presenting itself to be at the forefront of this thing as a winner. And it's actually a good one because even when we talk about earnings, SoFi has been killing it big time as far as revenue. And it's been a revenue growth year over year and quarter over quarter. And so we're not just talking about some company that doesn't go anywhere or is not going anywhere. We're talking about something that's actually doing the thing that it says it's going to be doing. And now it's officially a bank. And no, we're not going to talk too much about this because I want to go to the technicals and show you what exactly is going on. This is SoFi. Look at the chart. Look how beautiful this chart looks like. But now, look where we are. We're trading around $15 and something, almost $16. And I'm sure by the time you watch this video, it's going to be completely different, but that's not the point. The point that I want to show you in this video is this right here. Look, this already should answer one of our questions. One of our important questions that I just said. Is it too late or is it still too early? I understand that the bottom that everyone would have wished bought was somewhere down here, which is it was somewhere around $12 or something, but it doesn't matter. At least to me, SoFi still looks like a good deal because when you look at the pattern always tends to repeat themselves. And it looks like SoFi is trying to repeat the same pattern that he has done 3 times so far. And if we're going to make another pattern for the 4th time, this still look really cheap to me. And I'm just talking in terms of this pattern. And if we're talking about a short-term type of pattern. And if we're going to reach, again, if this rally, which coming out into my second question that I said we're going to be answering, if we're going to this rally and the pattern exactly repeats itself as it's done back in the past, we might actually see SoFi reach again around $24 and some change, almost $25 in this range. We might be able to see it reach right there. But before I know a lot of people have some price predictions saying over there they're seeing SoFi go all the way up to $40 and even higher than that. Do I disagree with that? No, I don't disagree because this is the stock market. Literally anything can happen. And since we're talking technicals, I know before we talk about going above $24 and even getting all the way up there, as we're looking at the technical, we need to be able to reach this level first so we can see how the behavior of the stock would be. But just hear me out. I'm not saying what's this guy talking about. But one thing that I want to mention is what I'm saying it's not impossible because there's other catalysts. Because remember, we only have this one that just came out. But another catalyst is, like I was talking about, earnings. Earnings are coming up. We've seen already fintech beating revenue quarter over quarter, a year over year. And now we're going to be waiting on this Q4 that's coming up real soon. We're going to be seeing the number. That's another good catalyst that's going to be coming up because the way it's been going, it looks like SoFi has been killing it and it looks like they're going to kill it again. But again, we need to see where we're going to be at. And remember, there is always a rally that comes right before earnings. So, and combined with this pretty good catalyst that we just had, it's all playing positive for this. Right. Now, another thing is the short interest. The short interest can also determine a lot because guess what? It's still being shorted. This morning, Ortex tweeted they're about 12.24% of short interest in SoFi. And actually, there's about 79 million shares on loan. And guess what? Even ever since we started this rally going on with SoFi, over 2 million shares were borrowed and about a million point one would return. So about 900 and something thousand shares were not returned, which is about an increase about 1.1, I think, percent in short interest. So instead of the short interest going down, even though this is literally showing that the company is moving forward with a lot of the things that they have planned from 2020 for 2022 and the years to come, but we still have, short interest coming in even more. So when we talk about this, it's not impossible to see it, to see a squeeze. I'm not saying an actual short squeeze, but because the short interest increases, it always tends to make the stock itself perform even better when there is a lot of buying power. And by buying power, I mean, if I'm showing you exactly what's going on, if we look at the volume here, as of today, we can see it's about 200 million today. Like the volume, look how the green candle down here, like this one right here. See, the average has always been down here, about 35 million. That's been the average. But today we are at 200 freaking million in volume. So the buying power is so high. And when the buying power is high, you combine that one with the short interest increasing, that's always a recipe for a stock to literally explode. So saying that, most people talking about seeing SoFi going above this level, going above $24 where we haven't been before in the patterns that we've seen in the past, it's not impossible that we can crash this line. But as of right now, I want to show you what I can see and what's going on and what I can literally I'm not saying I'm predicting, but I'm just basing on what I've seen previously. These right here, like these peaks right here, this pattern, it's not impossible to see another pattern forming up again if it will do this way, or if this pattern this time will actually go and crash through it. It's not impossible to see that. But as I wanted to mention, two things that I wanted to answer in this video is it too late? I don't think it's too late because we'll, like, as you can see, I just show it, we're still at the bottom of another pattern. And pattern always tend to repeat themselves. So we might see it again go back up. And now the second thing is if we go back up, $24 is where we have our very, very major resistance. But does it mean it's going to be the end? I don't think so, because we might actually crash it this time and blast through it. And the price prediction that I'm hearing out there to get all the way up to the 50s and $40, it's not impossible. Like I said, the short interest is still increasing and we have pretty good catalysts that are coming up. So it's not impossible to see, but this is completely technical. In the long term, of course, SoFi can go even much higher than that, because when we're talking about long term, we're talking about looking at the fundamental analysis and not a subject of another video where we can actually make proper argument according to the numbers, the EBITDA, and everything else that would come into and the projection that will be for the future. But as for this video, this is what we're seeing. I'm literally showing you the chart in the data in the charts, and this is what the data is showing us. So to me, SoFi is still cheap. So anyway, this is something that I wanted to mention. I wanted to talk about this, what's going on, and I I'm pretty much going, not pretty much, I'm going to be following this, and I'm going to be making updates on these videos as we move forward. If I see something changing, and you see me come back and tell you something changed. But look, right now everything looks pretty good. So thank you guys for watching this video. As always, guys, as for me, I will see you, well, in my next video. But before you go, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get video just like this one every single time we post them. And we actually do have a Patreon account. If you guys would like to support us or support the work that we do, please consider using the link in the description below. There are different tiers. Choose what you think is good and affordable for you, and support us every single month with it. And also, if you like to trade in the stock market using Webull, consider using the link in the description below. Deposit some kind of monetary into it, and we both gonna get free stocks. Thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video.